Uh, Good evening. So beginning. I'm gonna share my screen like always so I can begin right away. And prior to today, okay, prior to this week, I had begun our blog app, and I think I shared with you the link to the blog app. Let me open up the link. Uh, I think it was Figma. Yeah, I think I shared a link. Yeah, a Figma link with the design. Okay, where and that's loading. Okay, let's load it. Um, yeah, so if you can load it on your machine, you can see I've just maybe added some bits of collections here and here, but not that much. Design and change, but it's taking too long to load. Uh, so as it's loading, let me just go ahead and try to start also my React server. So let's have no issues with that. So good, okay. And I want that. I want that. And I think you can view it. You don't need to actually let me share more time to build the first side. Uh, Good. Let me share the link one more time to build the second side. Okay. So there's a link. Okay. The shareable link. I think. Yeah. The link which I shared about the design. Hope you can see the design. Maybe I can open up the link in a different where I'm not signed in, so you can see the link better. Like the way you can do it. Actually, copy the link. Open up in a Engage browser. But I like it, and I see. Yeah, so the design, hope you can see it. Yes, continue with the design, how it looks like here. So the design in our case here, hope. So the design was quite simple, okay, very simple, a simple design, okay. We had around 4 pages. Currently we have 4 pages, but we have more pages along the way. But for now the base pages are 4. We create a new blog page. We have the login page, okay, which will be using the social login provided by Firebase later on, which is a Facebook, Google, or email. Okay. Then we have the single blog page for doing the single blog. Then we had our home page, which is the blog section, which has all the blogs. Okay, and still loading. Let's take it to the okay. This is how you view it. Okay? This is how you view it. Okay, this is how you view it, and it's not in the size, but it's okay. You can always look at a thing down here. This side. Okay, I think I'll play. Can you play it? Let me see. Okay, I'm not sure what, but I think you can see this page. Okay, the first page, which is okay. You can see the first page. So we'll consider the first page. So you have the first page here. You can always see this first page. Okay, which is as simple, having a header, then a jumbotron, then a bunch of cards. Okay, and that's like basic HTML and CSS. Okay, which you just make a bunch of components. And I think we are like the previous weeks, beginning with React, we created those pages. Okay, and for those who were not there last time, I think you can go ahead to this to this GitHub link. Let me share the link also. This link here. Yeah, this link here. Okay, and you can also go to the last. Let me increase the size here. Okay. Yeah, so you can go ahead and go to the last branch, okay, which is for super duper blog, okay, and you will see the code for today's session. Okay, for today's startup for today, okay, for this starter lesson, and also I'll update it as long continuously, okay. So you can go ahead and maybe if you don't have the code, you can download the code, you can git clone and go to this branch, okay. But for those who have issues with git and stuff, download it, okay, download and have a copy of it, okay. Same thing after that, you simply run cd into the repository or the folder, then you can yarn start, then you can yarn start, then you have this you have the yarn installed or npm installed, then you can yarn start, then you have the same thing as me, okay. So npm install, npm what, npm npm start, okay. Do the same thing, there's no difference. So to begin with what I have right now, what we have, there's no logic here, it's simply static HTML, static React components, okay. These are all dummy, there's no content happening around, okay. I've mixed this thing with React router, which I showed you last time. So this is what you have currently, this is what I have, okay, currently, and I will build on this to make it more better, okay, although I have some errors here, but it's okay. So I'm having the first page, which is this page here, which is a super blog up, the home page, okay, on the blog section page. Then it has a bunch of cards, okay, these cards here. Although I have the same image, we'll change a bit later on, but although I have the same image, I'll show you how I did this, okay, on this have the same image, but we're going to have maybe different images for different blog, okay. Also have maybe the create blog page, okay, which is this page, okay, which is also related to this page here, to add blog page. If you have any questions, you can always ask. I'm available. And another page which I have, because I don't want to go into the base of CSS, of HTML, and how I did it, okay, but I'll just share a glimpse of how I did it, okay. And also I think I have one more page, which is the single blog page, okay, the single blog page, okay. And all these images will be dynamic, okay. They will make all the images here, because right now all the images here are static, okay. Everything here is static, it's coming from one source, okay. And I manually manually rendering all this, okay, one by one, okay. But we're going to maybe try to add some dynamic kind of interactivity inside our app, okay. And yeah, that's all what I have right now, okay. So I'm going to pull up the code, explain everything real quick, so maybe we can do something, okay. Yeah, so you can see, hope you can see this, okay. Let me increase the size a little bit so you can have a better view. Good. So with this, like always, if you want to begin from scratch, of course, let me say some notes just to get you going. So here's the notes, okay. TMB. So to start off, I went ahead and I did something simple, okay. I did npx, okay, like create React app. Okay, this time I'm not using a password because I think Create React app is more universal. More people follow Create React app than password, so just Create React app. Then I'll set maybe my blog app here. Doesn't matter, I name it, okay, blog app. And okay. So if you want to start from scratch, you can always do this, okay. npm npx create React app. Then of course then you cd into the blog app. Okay. Then of course I think you would have this, but you can create this manually, okay, one by one, okay. Create all these files and other things, okay. But currently you have them available to you on the branch, on the, let me show also the link to the branch. Let's do this first slide, okay. So I'll share a link to the branch. You can always have the same code, there's no change. And you can see by now I still have the same file, the same folder structure, the same stuff from last time, okay. So let me explain what I have. So those ones have like around last time, then I get something on the ground, okay. I have an assets folder, which like that's how I organize my stuff. I have assets where I keep all my JavaScript, all my CSS, all my stylings and other images, maybe even videos, audios, all that. Then I have my components folder, which has the components, which are React components. Okay. Then I have my pages, because right now I'm having pages because I'm going to be using create React app. So I'm going to be using React router. Okay, so because I'm going to be using create React router, that's why I'm having the pages folder, because I want to keep my things organized and clean up. Then the app, which is the root app, okay, the root file for our application, for the root component for all our where everything comes in. Then of course this is the index which is linked to the public, which of course will render out the application. Okay, yeah, that's one. Okay, I have right now, I think this is a folder which I say explanatory. Okay, so I'm going to first explain the inputs. Okay, maybe here the first input here, of course, is the app. I've imported the app here. Okay, 95, which is here, and of course I'm using Bootstrap. Okay, and I think I showed you how to use the Bootstrap. Let me write here the same methods. So for Bootstrap, it's quite simple. For Bootstrap, I used to have said yarn add Bootstrap. Look at that Bootstrap. Bootstrap, the whole Bootstrap is this library, okay, whole Bootstrap library. Then because I just need only one thing, I just only need the CSS, that's why I went ahead and said import Bootstrap, go to this folder, go to the CSS folder, go and get the bootstrap.mini.css together, the minified version. Just helps to increase maybe the fast loading, like the load time, okay, because it's a bit minified. So this is coming from the Bootstrap, the Bootstrap library. Okay. Then of course this is my app. This is like our app.js coming from assets here. It's here together, which is our manually typed, our custom CSS. Okay, because our thing looks a bit different. It's a bit custom. You don't want to have the same kind of look throughout. Okay, because it's a bit unique design. Okay. Then of course, like usually you bring React DOM, then you use React DOM here, which is here, React DOM here. So of course, strict mode, I think strict mode I explained last time. Strict mode allows us to have strict typing, to have like strict learning of what of React and components. Okay, but it doesn't matter. You don't need strict. Okay, you get that in the strict mode. You can remove the strict mode to avoid some few errors if you have some errors which come up. Okay, can remove the strict mode. But apparently, yes, leave it as it is, okay, because it doesn't actually affect our application. Then inside my app, okay, here, let me first show you the inputs. So of course I'm bringing browser router, switch and route, because I want to use routing inside our application. Okay. Okay. Then of course I'm going to bring in before I see my navigation here, you can see I'm having my pages, my login page, my my add blog page, my login page, okay, my home page, okay, which are here, okay, which are these pages, okay, add blog, home page, login page, then maybe the 404 page, maybe the single blog page, okay, all the 4 pages. I think that 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 pages, okay, they're here, okay. Then also bring this up here, make it a bit more organized, okay, just here, okay. Yeah, so I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages which are coming from the pages folder, okay. Then of course I need some few components which are universal, which is the footer and the navigation, okay. Yeah, so the footer in my case here is just a space, okay. So the footer is coming from components slash footer, which is here. Footer, just simple, you can see that's a simple footer, okay. Footer tag, okay. And let's continue, because then the navigation is one which I'll take some time to explain, okay, and then we can move on to the next part, okay. So if you check my navigation, I think you have a copy navigation there. It's quite simple, because every React component, you of course bring in React. Okay, so I'm bringing React here. I'm bringing the links. I'm going to be using the links to change pages for links. Then I'm bringing my logo because our application here has a logo. You can see our application here has a logo. It has a logo here. Together. So I'm bringing that logo. And after that, of course, I'm using some Bootstrap classes, navbar, just to make my navbar. Okay. The link I told you before, the link acts as an A tag together. So it acts as an A tag, but allows us to have directive routing. You don't have to change the page. Okay. It's a server-side routing, no client-side routing. Okay, which I explained last time. But you can also go ahead and read about it. Just go to to React router. Just search React router, Google it, okay, and they'll give you more details, okay, about bit of directive routing and server client side routing, okay. But it allows us to change pages, okay, to navigate different pages, okay. That's that, okay. Having to the like a bunch of few links, okay. I'm having the create blog link, having the case link, which is a login page, okay, together. That's all for the navigation. So it's quite simple, okay. Just like the link is like an A tag. Just take it to an A tag to make your life easy, okay. Then inside our, let's go to one more time. Inside our app, after the inputs, you can see down here I'm having my component is the app component. It's returning the router. Remember, the router allows us to use React router, to use the links, to use routes, okay, to create multiple different routing, to route our components different routes, okay. Yeah, because that, or to make different pages. Just make things a bit easy. It allows us to make different pages. So right now I'm having the router to cover everything. Make sure that whatever is within these two tags, this router tag, okay, whatever is between there, it's related to React router. That's why it's always very like, people will get errors, okay, but for you to avoid such errors, make sure the router is always at the top, okay. It covers everything. It would affect how your app runs, but just make sure your router is covering all the other components. Just to make sure it's being on the server side, okay. Yeah, then of course bringing my navigation is make sure it's inside that the router, because inside my navigation I'm using the link tag together. So you never use something coming from React router, please always use the cover everything, encompass everything within the router tag to avoid such errors, okay. Some errors which will happen, okay. So of course I'm having here this tag is just simple HTML tag called main. I think I'll call them HTML tags to make my life easy, okay, because I think it's better to understand why I'm saying JSX, okay. And then of course I'm bringing the switch to allow us to have what we call absolute routes or exact routes, okay. If you feel like you're confused about switch, you can also go ahead and read about switch in React router. They have more explanation than me, okay, and it's good to read, okay. But know that switch allows us to use like exact routing, okay. So with this we have our first router or our first page, okay, which is the route page, okay. The first, which is the home page together, which the home page is a component, okay. And the home page, you can see the home page is simply a component together, just a component here, okay. It just returns something. Let's continue with the app, okay. But this kind of way of writing routes, okay, of saying creating a route tag here together, then putting the path, that's exact, then having like creating a tag, okay, and opening and closing tag. This is, I think, towards version 3. It's React. I think it's router React router v3. Yeah. Okay, so it is v3 and below. Okay, v3 and below. But with React router v5, v4, okay, it allows us to pass the component, to pass the component which will be like the page as a prop, okay. So instead of having this as home page, okay, like that, you simply pass it as a prop, okay. Remember props, you pass them here, okay? Let's pass it, can say as a component prop together. Then I'm having here as and then you pass here as a component together, exact then component, then you can say equals to home page, okay, like that. I find it more neater than having to have this kind of tags, okay, because I'm having irrelevant tags which I don't need, okay, just that. Yeah, the next bit one more time, let's first format it, become the data, okay. So instead of having open and closing tag, just pass the component as a component prop together, okay. It's a component, of course it will show you that you need to pass in a JSX element, okay. So because this component is it's a JSX element, okay. Then you pass in component here, then you say home page, okay. Yeah, I'll explain a bit of why they will show you all this later on, but this is with this they have what you call type annotation, okay, with TypeScript or JavaScript prop types. But now you know that the component here has to be a prop. You pass another component, so you pass the JSX page, okay, as a component, okay, prop, okay. You say component, then you pass it as a prop, okay. So I did everything. I changed everything to that, okay, just to make my life easy beforehand, okay. Yeah, then of course at the end here I pass in a footer, okay. Hope I'm not confusing you because this is like going over what we did last time. Yeah, then after the pages, I'm going back to maybe explain maybe some the page I explain, I think it's the home page, okay. The home page challenge is a bit unique because others are the same, okay. We looked at this or this, okay. So I'm going to explain the home page, okay. The home page is a bit unique, okay, because the login page is empty, okay. That's another H2 because the one we're using Firebase, okay. The add log page is simply it just simply renders a form, okay. And this form here is simply a form, okay, nothing much, okay, just simply a form, okay, an HTML form. Okay, here is some weird thing I have here, okay. Remove this, okay, good. This is, yeah, it's still have that, okay. Yeah, and but the unique page is only the home page, which is a bit tricky to understand, but it's not unique. It has a bit of uniqueness in it, okay. So for the home page, I wanted to read out around 9 different sections of block sections, okay. So let me show you. I want to read out this, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay. 9 different cards, okay. And that's why I went ahead and I created an array of 9 elements just to make my life easy, okay, because I'm going to change an array something else later on. But to make my life easy and a bit kind of to keep things consistent, I didn't want to use maybe the for each loop. I didn't want to use maybe the for loop. Just want to use only one loop, which is the map, okay, which is the higher order map prototype method, okay, for an array, which is here, okay. So of course here is the h1 of which is check our awesome blocks together. Then I put a section which has a row because these are rows and columns, okay. That's bootstrap grid, yeah. Then of course I went ahead and mapped this array because I have 9 different kind of numbers, okay. Then I went ahead and said map array.map, okay. The map with a map is like a loop, okay. You loop through, okay. Then loop through, then I read it out because the 9 items, it loops out 9 times, okay. So I logged out the block section, okay, which of course, remember when you loop out something, you have to provide a key value. That's React kind of syntax, okay. You have to pass in a key, okay, a React attributes key, yeah, which is just allows us to have uniqueness. I think I explained a key like before. So a key allows us to have uniqueness within our different rendered list, okay, because they did this other list, okay, this item. So the block section here is just this, okay, the block section. is just this, okay? Similar card having title and the words, okay? Maybe a link, okay, to the single block. Very simple. That's why I was requiring you to always, guys, I advise you to always have the router wrapping everything. Yes, because accidentally maybe having the router inside some kind of a component, then you bring it outside, have errors. That's why comment this has to be wrapping almost all the other components, just to avoid some errors, okay? Yeah, and I think that's it, my installation, okay? And you can see this is the card, okay? That's different. That's the same image around, okay? Because I'm simply rendering out this blog section, which is blog section 9 times, okay? And you can see if I increase this number, maybe I say comma 10, okay? Actually 10, and I save this. I'll be having 10 different cards, okay? Hopefully it's loading. Yeah, I'm having 10 different cards, okay? That's it, okay? Very basic, okay? Yeah, and that's the gist of why we need to have why I'm using map, okay? So before I begin adding more things to this, if you have questions, please ask before, because right now I'm going to get maybe into some kind of actually maybe of the actual lesson today, okay? Because right now I'm explaining what I have on ground, because it's just basic of like the styling and all this, okay? For the styles and for the styles, okay? For the styles, yeah, this simply very basic styles, okay? Very basic. Images, I have this image, the logo, then I have some styles, very basic styles, okay? I'm having here just money top 0 here for yes, removing that which comes in with the HTML and other tags. Now, of course, right now I'm actually doing this navbar is actually custom because I did want to design myself with Bootstrap and trying to use all these different classes. So it's custom navbar together. It has maybe amazing flex, CSS flex. You can do about CSS flex if you want to. Okay, together. And of course, the same color, different colors. It's quite simple. Okay, there's nothing unique about the CSS. Okay, nothing so fancy. Okay? Everything is just plain. Various height. Okay, margin. Okay, maybe some bit of overlay here. Okay, background repeat, the color, the background color, border. Nothing. Okay, I won't explain all the stuff, but this is just basic. Okay, basic. CSS on HTML. So always go ahead and inspect and see what's here, what's not here, okay? After running the application. Okay, we've done that. Okay, good. So any questions for me before I can go to the next part? Any questions for me, please? Yeah, go ahead and shoot. You can either type, but typing will take a bit of time. You can unmute and ask so you can get them going. Yes, Rich, ask. Okay, as is she's quite silent, I'll continue because you have a lot of time. Can always ask me later on, okay? So the first thing which I thought about, okay, is to, because right now I didn't have like an exact plan of what of like the exact plan set out, okay, but I had like a simple kind of view of what I need to do, okay, what I need to do for our application. So, and for that is quite simple. Okay, for that I thought the first thing I want to deal with, okay, is instead of having these static pages, okay, let us at least have some kind of dynamic data, okay. So maybe kind of like of table-by database, okay, which is of course a table database. Any times if I say table database, I'm always meaning an array, okay, of objects. So in my case here, back to my home page together, I can have a temporary database, okay, or blogs, okay, which is this, okay. So blogs, okay, very simple. Then I have objects, okay. So we have a bunch of objects here together, and of course all my objects will have IDs, okay, IDs, okay, together. ID maybe of one there. It can be a number, it's be a number, or maybe a string, first strings, okay, rather numbers, because I think I'm going to do something else, okay. Then of course I bring in then because remember, if you check our application, so just to check, if you check our form here, oh, sorry about this. Let's just first fix this. Let's have blog here, blogs, okay, because I'm gonna have some errors here, okay. Let's first fix this. Why is it array? Okay. You're asking how do I link up all the pages to give my complete details on the browser? Oh, quite simple. If you check your app, if you check my app, because it's my application app, okay, you can see I'm having all these routes, okay. I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, around 5 in this route, 4, okay. Yeah, this bunch of routes, okay, and that all showing the page, okay, the first page, second page, third page, fourth page, okay. And of course after that I am exporting the app, which comes and then gets rendered in the DOM by the React DOM, okay. So this React no, by React DOM, okay. So that's how everything is up, okay. Just comes from pages, on pages to app, from app to index, okay, because that's how it works, okay. I hope at least I've got somehow, okay, because everything else comes up inside my app, which of course it comes up inside my index, okay. That's how you should understand it. Don't make things a bit complex for yourself, okay. Then of course I'm going to go ahead and create some bunch of blogs, okay. In my case I'm saying, actually I was explaining here, and you can see in my case, if you check our create blog form, okay, it has a bunch of around 1, 2, 3, okay, three data, okay, which is 3 data types, okay. You have the title, you have a bunch of the subject, okay, then you have an image, okay. Same thing. That's how I visualize my database or my storage, okay. Okay, that's why I like maybe the API, because I could be using an API, maybe yeah, because it's an API, okay. So I'm also inviting my API to have the same kind of data, okay, together. So I'm having an ID, okay, then I'm having the title, okay, title together. The title, maybe the title in our case, the first example is be example 1, okay, example blog, like that together. Then I'm having a bunch of text here, which is the subject. How can I name it? You can just call it a subject. It doesn't matter. The name doesn't matter, okay. What is the content, okay? Then maybe it's a bunch of text, okay. To make my life easy, I'll just open up a network here. If I say Lorem, then work here. This works with HTML. Let's try it here also one more time, because I don't want to type too much. If I say Lorem, still didn't work. Okay, let me just copy this word here, okay. Let's go ahead and copy this text here. Go back to my home page, then copy this text, okay. Copy it. Yeah, good. That's what I want first, okay. First try to see if I can, okay, have first blog together. Then we create another blog, make to make it a bit more interesting, I put maybe 3, a bit more, having more of this topic. Okay, then of course I'll have the second block. Yeah. 2. Then I can say example block 2. Okay. I'll keep the subject the same because it's just doesn't matter. Okay. Then maybe I'll count here. Copy. Control V. By the way, I've got one thing about application. We also have likes. Okay. But for now, the likes will be maybe a bit later on. But be having likes, be having maybe even comments. By now, comments will come in later. Okay. I think coming later. So I'm having around 3 different blocks together. Okay. Then how do I? Because in my case, you're seeing here. Okay. I'm having inside our application, the homepage, I'm having 1, 2, 3, but they will have the same content. Title of blog together. I want this to be coming from my data, okay, or my objects here together. Of course, instead of because when I look out here, okay, I'm having what we call the item, okay, this item here, okay, this item here together, the item, okay. Then I'm also having maybe the index, okay, index together. Index, okay. Index is a number, okay, in an array, okay. Then for the key, I will name it an index just to avoid some errors, okay. Index, okay. There could be the index, okay, or the number, the point, okay, at which that index happens, okay. Then for the items, I'm going to pass them as props, okay. This is a key point, okay. So props, okay. Then I will say the first one will be the title, okay. Title here, okay. Title, okay. Title will be equal to the title. Sorry, for the item, okay. The item here, okay. Dot title, okay. And this item title is this, okay. Item, this item here, the title. Okay. That's why they have the same kind of the same object, okay. That's how it helps, okay. Look through objects, look through another objects, okay. Then of course after that I'll pass in the subject, okay, and the subject will be subject like that, okay, equals to subject, sorry, item to subject is that, okay. Yeah, one more thing which I'd forgotten an image, okay, image. Then there's the image here. Image here. In our case, image to make my life easy. What can I use? Okay, I'll just go to Lorem Picasam. Lorem Picasam. Okay. Picasam. Okay. Lorem Picasam. Okay. It just gives you random photos. It's just a site which gives you random photos. Okay. Photos which are free. Okay. Don't have to pay for them. Okay. Then I think I'll grab. Let's just grab. Let's have this. Okay. The light one looks nice. Okay. Static random image. Now let's have this. Okay, let's have this and this. Okay, then I have this for the first one. Just here. For the first one, come here. Have the link here for the first one together. Yes, a link. Okay. Then of course for the image, the second image here, we'll just change. Okay, change it up, make them different. Okay. Control copy, Control V there. Okay, there. Of course, I'll comma here to avoid errors. Then the next one, of course, I'll copy this. No, I'll come here. Sorry about that. I'll copy this up. Okay, copy this. Sorry about the copying and pasting because it's kind of redundant. But then here, Control V, and that there. Then the last image, which is this. Because I have the 3 enough, okay, to show you what should be done. Okay. Then I'll get this one, which is a very one, okay, the all random, okay, and then maybe they will change which is okay, okay, but for now our ads will be static, okay, because we upload this ourselves, okay. Yeah, okay, then I'm done, okay. I'm gonna be passing in the image and the image and the pop, okay, also, okay. So I'll come here together. I have image together equals to image, okay, together. So I've passed this all these things as props, okay, together. That means if I go back to this what's happening, image is not defined, or supposed to be item.index.image, okay. Okay, good. Just that, okay. Hope we are all together. Then right now, since I have all this, I can go back to my blog section and have access to the title, access to the subject, access to the image, okay. This is props. I think we looked at props last time, okay. I'll go back to my components, okay, because if you check here, my blog here is inside blog section says okay, this blog section is here, okay. It comes from components, okay. I can control click and I go there, but right now I think okay. Good, okay. Sorry about that, okay. So I can control it and control click and I think I'll go there. Yeah, just open that page, okay. That's fine. This is if I'm having a React, the links together, then the image, okay. Remember the link about the application here. The link is this link together, this link here, okay. But now I want each of the different cards to have the unique image and the unique what? Unique text, okay, and titles, okay. Then here, remember I told you guys to look at the structuring, okay. I can either say props together, okay, because props is an object, okay. Right now I can destructure the whole thing, okay. I can say, so of course there are props, okay, this props, okay. Props is an object, okay, which contains all this information, okay, this information which was passed, okay, the title, the subject, the image together. So I can structure out, okay. I can extract those things, okay. I come and say, because this is okay, come and say I want to get the title, okay, together. I want to get the subject, okay. I want to get the image, okay. Just that, okay, because I already been passed out, okay. Previously we used to say props dot title, comes like you guys passing props here, then say props dot image, props dot title, which is a bit it's okay, but the structure makes things more fitting, okay. Right now I won't go ahead and move this because I don't need this anymore, because right now the image is already here together. So I'll say I'll pass the image coming from the prop, okay. This is coming from the home page here. My props come from the parent, the child, okay. The parent is the home page, this is the child, okay. So the child has an image prop here. Then the title here to be the same thing, to be title, okay, like that, okay. But it's confusing you with where the title is coming from. You can always move this stuff and say props, okay. They say props dot image, props dot title, okay. But I think I won't do that in my case, okay. Then for the text here, the same thing. I will say subject, okay, together, and save. Good, it has compiled successfully. Then I can check. Oh, this one looks a bit ugly, but it's okay, okay. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna deal with this later on, okay. You can see let me first fix this error. Just look a bit ugly. Let's just go back to my home page here. I'm going to have the same kind of size, okay. The 200 by 300, 200 by oh, same kind of size. 200 by 300, 200 by 300, 200 by 300. Oh, why is it happening? Okay, there's some error happening around here, okay, but it's okay. It's okay. Right now I'm having how many? I'm having 6. Should be having okay, this is okay. Let's first check on the time. Maybe having extra things, okay. I'll be having 1 blog, 2, 3 blogs, okay. Back to my blog section. I should be having okay, let's first refresh. Maybe there's some error happening here. Refresh the page. Should be some error happening here. Good. Yeah, although it looks a bit ugly, yeah, it's ugly. I can maybe just change the size, okay, to make it better, okay. So maybe I'll give it 300 by 200. Okay? The height has to be small by 200. Same 300 by 200. This is like the application API which I'm using by 300, I think. Okay, no, 200 by the height is 200. The 300 here. Just that. Yeah. 300 by 200. 300 by 200. Yeah. Same thing. I'll change that to be 300. So be 200. Okay. Then to look at this better. Okay. Save. To compile successfully. Good. Then I can go ahead and see. Okay. You see now the images I link together. Even the blocks is blog 2, blog 3. Okay. And you can see that if you visualize right now, we are done with some important part. Okay. Which is a display of our blocks. Okay. Together. And right now I will first remove this because I think we just make it a bit smaller. I think it's the last bit of it. Okay. Yeah. So let's first minimize some of this. Maybe nation of the time. Good. Back to our especially minus back to our here to our pages to our home here. So in my case, you are seeing all this is what the bunch of data. Okay, this data. Okay, so in our case, the blogs are our data. Okay, so if you imagine ourselves now, you can imagine now data is state. Okay, so we handle data by handling state. Okay, that's why I'm going to convert the blogs, okay, to state. Okay, very simple, and it's gonna be quite simple because I need to change them. That's why I'm going to make them state. Okay, together. And today you're going to be using use state. Okay, I'm going to use props and passing props, but I'm gonna see this passing props is hectic. Okay, especially if you're dealing with more data, if you're dealing with universal data. Okay, on Wednesday I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to maybe see what we call prop drilling. Okay, so I'm going to see prop drilling. Okay, and then I'm going to look at how you can deal with prop drilling by using the context API. For those who maybe did React before and trying to recap React, I'm going to see some of you use either Redux together, or I think called React Flask. Okay, Flask. But Flask, Flask one uses Flask. Flask is not, it's like, yeah, no one uses Flask. Okay, people either use the context API or Redux together. So we're going to look at prop drilling. Okay, then for prop drilling, we're going to look at context API. Then I'll just show a glimpse of Redux together. Once you understand the context API, Redux becomes easy. Okay, once you understand the Redux, you can understand context API. Okay, but now let's just pass the blogs as state. Okay, together. So you can see if you want to prove why we do these blogs are state, you can check. You can say inspect here. Yeah, inspect. Then bring it at the sides because here it looks a bit handled. Side here. I'll increase the size of it. Okay, because it's a bit small. Okay. Then of course I'll go back. I'll open up to my React DevTools. Then check my components. Okay. Then of course you can see all these links are a bunch of components. Okay. But now in links, what now I just need what we call the home page. Okay. The home page has a bunch of props. It has the history prop, it has the location, it has the mesh, because right now I'm using what? React router, that's why it's giving all these props. Okay. But I should give you another, because right now I think here inside my blog section I'm having these are the props. Okay. These are the props provided. These are provided by React router, so don't mind them. Okay, go look at them later on because I will be using them. But now let's look at the blog section. Okay, it has these props. Okay, this and this. Okay, but our home page has no state. Okay, it has no state together. There's no state. Okay, that's why we need state, because we're gonna be having a dynamic change of data. Okay, like that will be dynamic change. And you have to keep track of the blogs. Okay, Like you add a new block, you have to track it, okay? Like, when I add a new block, it must come and be what added here, okay? When I did a block, it must be deleted, okay? That's why I want to use state, okay? So today I'm going to have state, maybe state here, okay? I'm going to say const, okay? This is like normal const, okay? I will say blocks, okay, like that together, comma. I will say use set blocks, okay. You know how you name it, okay, but now the name will change, okay. But know that this name it's just it's conversion, kind of conversion, but you say the name here of the initial state of the state, then you call set block, which is just the function which you use to change or to mutate the state, okay. That will say equals to say use state, okay, use state like that, either not that, just allow use state, okay. Then you just type it here, don't be lazy, okay. Then of course I'll pass in the initial state, okay. So if you're using how can I say constant length, I think I'll pass it these blocks, okay. Although they are the same name, let's just change the names, okay. Yeah, so how many blocks have here? Blocks array, yes, have a bit of different names, okay, but you can still pass in the same name. But to avoid weird errors, okay, kind of pass in the whole thing, but that's a bit kind of not clean, okay, like clean code, okay. Then I can say here blog array, okay. Same thing like kind of the whole thing and pressing it here, but I know. So the initial state here is blog array together. But in our case, if you continue, it's going to be an empty array because we're going to be creating our own blocks together. Why is it saying? Why is it failing? This state is non-defined. Non-defined new state. Just up here. Remember, it used to come from come and say comma use state. Yeah. And in that case for class-based functions, still you pass the blocks as a state, okay. So you say this on state, this is like maybe like, okay, this on state, okay, like that. Then equals to a bracket here. I can say blocks here together. Then of course you equals to the array, okay, the array which is blog array, like that, okay. You are using class-based functions, okay. You do something, this on state, then you pass in the object, then you pass in the key here together, just that, okay. But now I'm using what React hooks, okay. Then it will work the same way. There's no change, okay. No change. It will still work the same way, okay? Just okay, still works, okay. What is some error here? What's the error? And the code use state is not defined, but I defined the state already. Okay, so I still really the catch, okay. Good. And I think warning class is not defined. Okay, I will see that later. Those warnings are just a warning, okay. I want to go and hurry for the warning, okay. But by now you can see the haven't seen anything, okay. See the same application, okay. But by now, if you check our components, I'm having state, okay. For it, then I check my components together, and it's loading and loading. Then of course I can check my which is home component together here together. Then I can check right now I'm having hooks, okay. Then the state, okay. Then the state is here, okay. Having our 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. You can see if I delete this entry, so I'm going to update it to y, okay. So that's how we did that, okay, together. That means right now I have access to this state, okay. I can mutate it, okay. You just mutate it once, then maybe you can go in a day, okay. Well, okay, because I think we can it, so just wait a minute, okay. Then remember now, I can also steal, okay. Remember, props are interesting. If I say pass here, I can say I want to pass in the prop code set logs, okay. This is the name of one of the prop. I can say maybe set log as, no matter, okay. This is the name of the prop, okay. How can I do this? Shade. Okay. I think I answered her question. She's saying how can images outside image folder load on a page yet is not so. Oh, so uh, once you see this image together, there are a bunch of links, okay? And if you want to prove there are a bunch of links, just copy the link, okay? Maybe copy the link here, together. Sorry about that. So copy the link and I paste the link just here together. Okay. Enter. Together. See, that's the image, okay? It this image is just online, okay? What is the internet, it won't show, okay? So it's just an image, okay? HTML images, just link them, okay? It may be a bit confusing with other some, but these are just images which are online, okay? And you can link to them. Hope I've answered your question, okay? And of course, for you to link images in React, of course, you import the image, then you just get the path, okay? Then of course I'm going to pass in the set blocks, okay? Is here set blocks, okay? Good. Remember the first name here, okay? This first name here, the set blocks, okay? Is a prop name, okay? It's a name, okay? It's a variable name, okay? It's a variable, okay? It's a variable. It's a name, okay? Variable name. This set block is this, okay? Together. Right now, this block section has access to set block method provided by use state, okay? And I can go back to my which is components block section together. Then I can go ahead and let's first format this format, okay? Together. Good. So of course, okay, then I can go ahead and maybe let's try using use effect, okay? Yeah, it's a use effect, okay? Like that, okay? Then of course let's just have that, okay? Use effects of course takes in a callback function, okay? Look at callback functions. A function is calling a function, callback function. So of course I'll call here use effect, okay? Use effect, okay? Just that, okay? Then here, since I have access to set log, I can say I can this structure, okay? It out, you can say set, okay? Set logs, okay? Together. Although they don't give me the names, okay? But set logs is coming from our home page, okay? Then I can have set blogs, okay? Yeah, I can say I want to set a blog, okay? I want to put a new array together. Then I pass in the order array. Now to pass in the order array, I think I need to go and come here. I still need to pass in the blogs, okay? The blogs are weird, okay? The blogs, okay? These blogs here. And pass them as a block together. I'll just come and say blogs here equals to blogs, okay? And this is what we call, I'm gonna see it, because what we call something called pop billing, okay? Then I'm gonna say I want also bring in what, comma, blogs, together. Then you can say I want to spread, okay? This is a spread operator, okay? I want to get all the blogs, spread all the blogs, okay? Put a new blogs, okay? This is called spreading, okay? I'm saying get all the values within these blogs, because these blogs here, okay, let's check here. This blogs, okay, this blogs here, this blog here, it's an array of these items, okay, of this object. Then I'll say spread all the values together, spread, okay, and then add a new value, okay, this is a new value, okay, which is let's say ID. Let us have this, just confusing this way. Yeah, this is better. This is a bit ugly, but it's better for me to write, okay, understand. So ID will be let's be 5, let's see 5, okay? Then maybe the title will be angels has fallen, okay? Okay, just that, okay? Yeah, okay. Then of course I'll have maybe the subject, okay? The subject, okay, the subject will be Let's say subject will be, let's have something here, something, yes, some text, okay, because we'll be creating stuff later on, okay. Can it work offline? No, the images can't work offline. I'm asking a question, but images won't work on offline. They must say comma. So images here, image, then of course I think here you just got to run some more time, get an image, then of course what's happening here. That's okay, but so later on. So of course I'll get an image. You just get this one here. Okay, this one should look weird. It's okay. Let's get that one also. Come back here. Control V. Okay. And then I changed on. I think it was from 300 to 200. Make them look better on 200. Yeah. Then of course just that. Okay. Because use effect to of course set up blocks. Okay. Let's save this. And of course there will be some error happening here, but hopefully the error will go away. What is saying? Unexpected token. No, the token was there. Okay, good. Okay, and you can see what's happening. Okay, this is why you don't use that. Okay, so let's first try to make this work. Just call it once. Okay, not call it so many times. Okay, sorry about that. But this use effect was calling it continuously, which was not a good thing. You should call it once. Okay, still calling it continuously, and it's called the special application. Let's first stop it. Okay, because this is now running continuously. Let's just say blocks here. Just avoid errors. Okay, blocks is save this. This should run once. Okay, should run once. Considering the blocks. Okay, should run other times. Still it's running continuously. Should run continuously. Why is running continuously? Expectancy. Because may end up crashing the application. But let's first just look at the console and see. Let's first stop this. Maximum. You see, I say maximum. Because it's creating this first. Let's first on the server, because it's gonna have some errors, some junk errors that you don't want. Okay, so the server. Okay, good. Then let's first run it again. Hopefully this time it runs only once, but I didn't change it continuously, so I should change 3 times. Okay, let's try one time. If phase is still okay. Okay, it's still okay if phase, but you can say because I use effect, the reason is effect, which is a bit tricky to work with, because it use effect always like it's called every time you make a change to the application, or when the state changes. Okay, so in my case the state is changing continuously because it's like a loop. Okay, it's recurring. That's why I'm having all this bunch of logs in that for like 100 times. Okay, but hopefully it won't fail right now. Okay, let's close one up. Let's wait for it to upload. Okay, and why is it taking so long? Okay, yeah, but in my case, waiting for it to run. Having these issues. Okay, good. That has now successfully compiled. Okay, let's see. It should not be okay. It's still running continuously because it's recursive. Okay, they just don't use the use effect. Okay, yeah, they should not use the use effect here because this effect is just too much. Okay, let's just, of course, I want to use this function. Okay, when I use this function here, one card use this. Okay, then just first remove the use effect. Okay, because this effect will give us errors that you don't want. Okay, let's see. Let's first, before we remove it. Okay, I want to get this state logs function. Okay, this has to be, sorry, this has to be called within here on the other side. Sorry, one time. Sorry about that. I thought it had been a mistake, but because I don't want, I think that was supposed to be called after the use effect hook. That's why I was having errors. Was continuously. Okay. Let's one more time. You should run once, not 100 times. Quite okay. No, still running 100 times, which is okay. So I just don't use. I won't use this use effect. But now is later on when I need it. Okay. But I just remove the set logs function here. Just close it up. Okay. Let's just close it up because I'm having some errors. Yes, like that. And I'm going to create a function. Yes, because for this data, create a function. Okay. What we say is add block together, which will just another function like that, real quick. And of course here it will say set block together like that. Okay. Then of course I put a button here, maybe a button just above here. Okay, on each of the blocks. Okay, just above there, then a button. Okay, I do that class name. Like I don't have ugly buttons here. Sorry, I have a class name equals to maybe let's say btn. Just that. Okay, enough. Then of course I will say add log together. Then of course here I will say on the click call the add. Sorry about that. The add log function. Yes, good, it has worked. So I save this. Then I think if it clicks and works, I'll call it a day. Yeah, use it for just use effect. Don't want those errors. Okay, those warnings. Okay. Control save. Then after this, we'll call it a day. Okay. You see compiled, it has compiled successfully. Then refresh the page. Good. Okay, now I'm having 1, 2, 3. And this button is makes a bit different color. Looks doesn't look good. Okay, it has a different color. Just add btn warning. So about this dash warning. Yeah, I can save this. Go to this, try it out. Then because now